For more resources, visit rym.org.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
The Local Youth Worker is a daily podcast that's centered on 5 questions each week. Ranging from the practical to the professional, we're looking for answers to the questions you're asking. Whether you're in full-time, part-time, or even volunteer youth ministry, this podcast is for you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Local Youth Worker, a daily podcast brought to you by Reformed Youth Ministries. I'm your host, John Parrott. For those of you who follow the podcast, you know that we've been airing reruns for the months of June and July. We appreciate y'all checking those out, and hopefully you've enjoyed those, but we know that you're ready for some fresh content, and we are ready to give it to you. Part of the reason we had reruns was because of our busy conference season. RYM has 7 youth conferences in the summer. I was able to travel to 5 of those, our middle school Texas conference, our high school Colorado conference, as well as 3 conferences in Florida. It was an amazing summer. It's awesome to see the work that the Lord is doing through RYM's conferences. And if you're interested in any information about those conferences, check out rym.org/conferences. There's information there as well as audio from our elective speakers and main speakers, so be sure to check all of that out. With that out of the way, I wanted to take this time to update you on the second season of this podcast. First, I was shocked that we even had a first season, so it's exciting to acknowledge that there's a second season coming, which will begin on Monday, August 6th, Lord willing. The theme of this season will be frequently asked questions, or FAQs. I will welcome local youth workers on the show and pose these FAQs to them. I've emailed many youth workers and had them assist in compiling a list of the frequently asked questions that they received in ministry. Even though we get youth workers from all over to come on the show, we're sure many of your students are asking the same questions that these youth workers have assisted in compiling. So we hope the combined wisdom of these youth workers will answer these questions in a helpful way that will assist your ministry. As we've said on this show, in many ways, youth workers are on the front lines of the culture, often dealing with very weighty and very serious questions. So some of the questions will be more serious in nature and may span a few episodes. Other questions may be a bit easier to answer and will be dealt with in one episode. But just because some are answered in one episode or more doesn't mean they are any less or more important. So the majority of our episodes will be focused on this FAQ theme. However, we will continue to have other guests on the show. These will be seminary professors, pastors, campus ministers, counselors, among others. So while we plan to have this consistent theme, we also will have some variety that we hope will be useful for you. And while I've got your attention, I figured I would update you on a few other aspects of our ministry. On the resource side of things, I wanted to let you know about a booklet that we've published for students. And even though it's published for students, we know parents and youth workers can benefit from this as well. It's called Bible 101, and it has been adapted from the content of the 12-week Bible study under the same title. If you visit rym.org/bookstore, you will be able to purchase that resource. Yes, it's available on Amazon if you check it out there, but it will actually benefit the ministry of RYM more if you purchase it from our site, and it's very simple to do that. We really hope this booklet will be helpful to your ministry and is something you can put in the hands of your students. Again, it's written for students, so it's very accessible and easy to use. Please pick up several copies, hand these out to your students. We also, on the podcasting side of things, have a parent podcast and a student podcast that should begin, Lord willing, in September. So stay tuned for information about that. I'd also encourage you to check out rym.org/music to listen to 3 original songs written and performed by Joe Deegan, RYM's music resources coordinator. Joe will release a worship album this December, and we have 3 tracks that are currently available on our site for you to listen. So please go and check those out. On the training side of things, be sure and register for RYM's Youth Leader Training, which will be posted on the website soon. If you visit rym.org/training, you'll find more info about YLT. This year we'll have one conference in Nashville, Tennessee, and one in Paradise, Pennsylvania. Our speakers at these two conferences will be Sandy Wilson, Walt Mueller, Julie Lowe, and Duffy Robbins, as well as many others. So continue to check out information on that. Well, once again, RYM is excited about starting a new season of the podcast, and we look forward to seeing how the Lord uses this podcast to train, encourage, and equip youth workers as they pass the faith on to the next generation. Have a great day.
Oh, come and buy without money. Oh, come and feast without pay. For the King has opened his banquet hall to the beggar, the outcast, and the slave. For the King has opened his banquet hall to the beggar, the outcast,